Demonstrate a few of the features of my latest Node-RED dashboard. So on the screen on the left here, I've got MacLoggerDX. In the middle here, I've got SDR control for ICOM running. And then on the right over here is my Node-RED control panel. And it's got three different sections. It's got one for the KAT500 tuner. It's got one for solar weather propagation information, and then one for a power switch. This controls. I have a what do you call them? Wi-Fi switches that power the 12-volt power supply and the mag loop, and I can turn those on and off from here. Fortunately, there was a Node-RED flow already available for those, so I was able to adapt that to make that work. So when you click on that, it turns the mag loop on. When I click it again, it turns the mag loop off. I won't control the master power right now because that'll shut everything down. So MacLoggerDX is connected to my transceiver, and you can see I'm on 14062. And as I tune around, you can see over here, MacLoggerDX is picking that up. SDR control for ICOM is picking that up. And also Node-RED is picking that up. So Node-RED is getting that frequency information from MacLoggerDX through a UDP broadcast. The 20-meter band information here, basically what happens is I receive the frequency from MacLoggerDX, I send the frequency to the tuner, and then I read back from the tuner what band it thinks it's on, and then I display that here. So if this number does not match the frequency that I have shown here, that's telling me that the tuner is not picking up the frequency for some reason. So I can turn the tuner on and off here with this on and off control. And when it's off, that goes to blank, and everything blanks out. Okay. Now, when I double click on a station in MacLoggerDX, it'll tune the radio to that frequency. Of course, MacLoggerDX picks that up, and then it'll automatically tune the antenna, and that's based on the band that I'm on and the bearing that the station is at. So I pick up the call. In this case, if you look over on the left here, I clicked on PV8AL call. That gets picked up by Node-RED. It pulls the bearing information, which is right here in MacLoggerDX, pulls that out of MacLoggerDX. And because it's on the 20-meter band, the delta loops are active there, and it'll pick the optimum delta loop based on this bearing. If I go switch over to 17 meters, this changes to 18101, 17 meters, and now I'm on the inverted L, and that's because right now the delta loops don't work on the 17-meter band. If I go back to 20 meters, let me see if I can find a station that's in the northeast. Okay, you see that it automatically switched. When the bearing went to 38.9 degrees, it automatically switched to the other delta loop. Let me go back. And I'm on Brazil now, so that requires the northwest-southeast loop. So it automatically switched. Let me find a clear frequency here. I'm going to change the mode to CW real quick here. And then I'm going to transmit, and you can see the power indication here. So I'm transmitting 60 watts. Well, 60 watts is getting to the remote antenna site. It's 100 watts coming out of the rig. And then the SWR of the antenna at the remote antenna site is 1.5. The bypass SWR of the tuner, that is, before it got tuned, is 30.1 on this frequency. I can control what mode the tuner is in. It can be an auto mode, manual mode, or bypass mode. And this just starts a manual tune if I want to start a manual tune. And then if I get any alarm codes back from the tuner, those get displayed here. Finally, down here, it displays the actual inductor and capacitance that are being used in the tuner. And in this case, the inductor is on the antenna side and the capacitor is on the transmit side. And depending upon what band I'm on, see if I can find another band. it may flip around. Yeah. Mostly the antennas are lower impedance than 50 ohms, so most of the time the capacitance is on the TX side. If I can find one in the 12 meter band here. Well, let me go to the 12 meter band. Okay, there we go. So I just went to the 12 meter band, and you can see that the inductor is now on the transmit side and the capacitor is on the antenna side. And the propagation panel here just pulls in the sunspot number, the solar flux index, the K index, and the A index. It also pulls in the maximum usable frequency and the F2 critical frequency. So that's basically it. It's pretty mature at this point. I may tweak the layout a little bit, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really happy with the way that it automatically tunes picks the right antenna based on the band and the bearing of the station. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, that's all for now.